Hello everyone, welcome back to my podcast, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe for more podcasts like this. Currently, I'm in the middle of watching two K-dramas, so I thought, why not? This episode will be about K-dramas. I haven't done that in a while, so let's do a K-drama review on Extraordinary Attorney Woo Young-woo and today's Webtoon. So actually, obviously you guys know about Woo Young-woo if you clicked onto this video, but it is so popular here in Korea and internationally as well, but I think it's like really popular here in Korea, like even more than the K-dramas this year. I think it actually might be top one of this year. Maybe for internationally it might be like Business Proposal, maybe 2521 maybe, but in Korea for sure it will. And today's webtoon features Kim Sejong. You might know her from Business Proposal, as I said, and the main lead is also he's from like The King's Affection, Extraordinary You. You know, I actually thought that thing first because it's like Extraordinary You and Extraordinary Real is so similar. I don't know, did they have to choose that specific word? Because in Korean it's 이상한 우영우, which is like strange or weird or odd 우영우. Anyway, let's first talk about today's webtoon because it's currently what I'm watching right now. I'm not quite there yet, and this webtoon, or not webtoon, K-drama does have 16 episodes, but right now only 6 of them are released, and I'm currently in the middle of watching episode 5, so who knows, maybe something significant happens, hopefully not. But I kind of started watching this quite late because I was like pushing it back. I didn't really want to watch it during studying time because then I knew it would just take away from my studying time. I actually just started watching because of Sejong and, you know, her good acting skills. And I was not disappointed. Although the plot isn't like the most strongest thing, it is pretty good, and I just like the chemistry between the actors, even though it's not like super strong. It's still pretty good. I recommend you watch it. I would give it like maybe a 8, 7.5, somewhere there out of 10, because it's not like too good, but it's good. So I'll give you guys like a brief explanation on what the K-drama is actually about. So it's about this girl, and she's done judo for her, or judo, I don't know how it is in English. She's done that for her entire life, but she also really likes webtoons, which is the main plot of this K-drama. And if you don't know what webtoons are, they're just like comics, but online. Yeah, you can read them online through apps and stuff. And she decides to apply for one of these webtoon apps, and you can work there, and she doesn't initially get in. Oh, is this a spoiler? Well, obviously she gets in. That's the entire plot of it. And the plot is just based on her work life of, you know, managing, being a producer of these webtoons. And it's quite interesting to see because she also kind of has a relationship with the other employee, and that dude is the dude Nam Yoon-soo. He's from Extraordinary You, King's Affection. What else is he in? I feel like I'm forgetting something, as I always am. Let's see, King's Affection. Extracurriculars. Actually, never watched that. The Temperature. Wait, is he not an Extraordinary You? Have I been saying nothing? Ordinary You. No? Extraordinary You. That would be really embarrassing if he wasn't in there. He wasn't. Oops, sorry about that. I think... What? That's what Google said a week ago. I think I messed it up with extracurricular. Unfortunate. I do really like the actor, though. He's really good looking. Not that. That's the reason why I'm watching this. Of course not. Yeah. Oh, it's so hot in Korea right now. And I don't really like turning the fan on because it makes me feel guilty. Because like wasting energy. Save the environment. A fan will do. Oh yes. Fan. Okay. And also, while we're on the topic of characters, the sister of the female character, like Sejong's character, her name is 온 마음, by the way, like 마음. 마음 means heart in Korea, so it's like, yeah. Anyway, the sister is this girl in Nevertheless. She's like one of the characters. I forgot her name. But yes, there's a lot of like strong characters in there, and you'll see like the employees within the webtoon place. You'll see a lot of familiar faces. Yeah, but I also really like the fact that this is kind of like, I don't know, there's a lot of gender, how should I explain it? The angle just dropped. Okay, yeah, but I found the word. Gender stereotypes are definitely challenged because Baum, the main character, she used to do judo, right? So she's like very strong. And yeah, the stereotype that usually in K dramas, it's like female characters always like, oh, weak and all. And then the male character kind of swoops in to save the day. But it's kind of like the opposite in here. Baum's the one that saves the day, defeats the bad guys, and throws the punches because she's good at judo and all. I feel like that is a nice portrayal. It's definitely something fresh, although I feel like we need a little bit more of the male dude because we don't really see him on screen with her right now. But again, I am on episode 5, so that really hasn't progressed yet, like their characters and their relationships. I mean, their characters are developed, but not so much like their relationships. And right now it's a little confusing because like the dude also has things going on with this other webtoon artist, and it's interesting to see. I'm curious to find out how that will last. We do have 10 more episodes left, so that's plenty of time. Also, if it's loud, oops. Yeah, and it's also interesting seeing these webtoon artists and kind of seeing them as people too, because typically we would only know them for their work and their art, but seeing that behind the scene and knowing that these people have to meet deadlines every week and seeing their struggles, I think it's quite interesting, even though I actually have never read a webtoon in my life. I think, like, I can't remember reading a webtoon at least, although I do have a lot of friends that are they're really into webtoons, so maybe I will try one out. But I'm afraid that I'll get into one and I'll never be able to get out of that webtoon hole that I've seen so many people fall for, which is not a bad thing, but I don't need another obsession here. Yeah, it's interesting seeing these webtoon artists and seeing it as a job. And then they also have this camp right now. These aren't really big spoilers at all, like it's just how the plot progresses. But they're at a camp where they kind of seek for new webtoon artists. And it's interesting to see how typically being a webtoon artist isn't that, like, I guess, rewarding, I guess. And seeing these people struggle with how their life path is taken, yeah. I won't spoil too much of it, but there's a lot of deep insight, even though it's kind of like a comedy-ish drama. I would say rom-com, but there's not much romance. So, yeah. What was I going to say more about this? I only talked about 7 minutes about this K-drama, which is not enough. Honestly, though, I'm only 5 episodes in. What else could I include, really? Maybe let's just go on to Extraordinary Attorney Will. What a long title. But yes, I love this drama so much, guys. Initially, I was like, oh, it's a little boring. And I will admit, like, some of the actual attorney stuff things are a little bit boring, but I do really like it when they kind of go out and explore and, like, I guess the relationships between characters. That stuff is really interesting. Don't worry, I'm just really hot. Yeah, that is interesting, but more so of the attorney vocab, that stuff kind of bores me. But yes, I really, really like it because of the main ship. Oh, they're so cute. Like Chunho and Will. Oh, yeah. My favorite episode has to be episode 13. If you were to rewatch anything, definitely rewatch that one. There are some sad parts, obviously, like, what's his name? The boss, like, almost dying. That is not cool. And also, is that episode 13 when they go visit the sister? I don't like that part. But the rest of it is so funny, like when they go to Jeju Island. And yeah, right now only up until episode 14 is released. And episode 15 and 6, oh my god, it's the last week. Why didn't I just film it when all of the K-drama's done? That's a minor mistake of mine, but I'll just continue here because once I start talking, I can't stop talking. But yes, I really like the drama. However, episode 14 was a downfall. Oh, like episode 13 was too good to be true, and then they really just let us down like that at episode 14. And if you guys were to talk about the argument of the fight that they had, I will give my opinions here. So firstly, the fight, if you didn't watch it, I won't give too much of it away, but it kind of talks about the hardships of being autism, or having autism, being autistic, and how that impacts relationships as well, because it's quite different from, like, like let's say Uyongwoo's dad and her relationship, because it's normal that a dad gives more love than the daughter, I guess. It's more of like a give relationships, whereas kind of like a romance relationship where you're dating would have to be a give and take. Like you give love, you also receive love, but it's difficult when one of you guys have has autism, and it really portrays that well, like the realism of it, but it also really hurts. That's kind of what the fight is about, and not even a fight. There's yelling. That's about it. And Youngwoo basically telling him that she can't date him anymore. It's so sad. It's so heartbreaking. But yeah, everyone's taking Chunho's side, saying, "Oh my God, that must be so frustrating for him. How she doesn't understand his love and understand where he's coming from." But I don't get that. Like, why are you saying? Obviously, we're not taking sides here, but if we were to take sides, I would take Youngwoo's side because she doesn't understand that he is feeling frustrated. Obviously, now she does because he literally had a scream. Not, it wasn't that bad, but he was yelling at her, saying, "Oh my God, this is so frustrating." But okay, you should have communicated that better. Is my perspective, but a lot of people were disagreeing on me when I just see like TikTok comments, which probably isn't the best representation of the people watching that drama. But yeah, that's my thought on it. That's my 2 cents. I do wish that it does end up well. I'm sure it will. I don't think it'll be a bad ending whatsoever because like it was such a lighthearted, happy drama up until this point. Like there's a lot of frustrating things in episode 4 from like the very top person of Hambada, which is the attorney place that Uyong works at. She plots something very evil, and obviously there's Binu. Yeah, there's a lot of not so good things that happen in episode 14 that doesn't really make it seem like a happy, lighthearted rom-com. Is that what it's classified as? I'm not really sure. Let's search this up. Extraordinary. What genre? Is that what I search up? Legal? I guess so. Thanks. But that's not all. Law, romance, life, drama. Okay, well, what I expected. But yes, what was I talking about? Lightheartedness. Yes, I hope it goes back to its original state where it's all happy and good. Yes. Now let's talk about the other ships. Suyeon. Suyeon is the other female attorney, and I love her. She's so pretty. Like, everyone hated her at first, and I was like, what? I don't get it. Like, she was acting a little bit jealous because she used to have a crush on Junho, who is the male lead, and it was a little bit awkward. Just a tiny love triangle. And I hate love triangles, by the way, because it makes me feel so frustrated. But it wasn't that bad of a love triangle. It ended pretty quickly, which I'm thankful that the writers did. So hopefully this conflict resolves just like that one. Obviously, when you guys watch this, you probably watched the ending, so you'll know. But yeah, Suyeon, they did have a love triangle, but it got resolved pretty quickly. And after that little love triangle fiasco, she starts to find new people, like go on blind dates and stuff. And I was actually really, really rooting for her and Torbo. And Torbo is like the hairy dude, the one that owns the restaurant. Like, I thought they were gonna get together, but then he made that mess up during the blind date and like continuously said jokes, which I thought was really funny. I think that was one of the best parts within that drama, which is quite underrated because no one ever talks about Torbo. Like, hello? Yeah, I was really hoping for them, but they didn't really. Low-key, I feel like Torbo and Donggurami would be a good couple too, like Donggurami being the best friend of Youngwoo. She's so funny. I love her character. She's so like easygoing and she's so honest too, which is why I feel like she works well with Youngwoo because they communicate really well. Juno, you gotta learn that, dude. Gotta learn that. Yeah. Now, you guys, let me tell you a funny story. So, I was just blabbing on about Extraordinary Attorney and because of storage, the video cut itself, and now I have to repeat everything I said, and I have a mosquito bite on my hand right here, and it's itchy. Anyway, I really hope I don't repeat the things that I said, because I literally had to go back and review everything that I said so I don't say the same thing. So, yeah. Where did I leave off? Yes, I was kind of hoping for Torbo and Donggurami together, But who knows? They're more of like a bestie, kind of like a brother-sister relationship, so maybe not. But they do work well together, just in any way, just as a relationship. But now the writers are pushing Suyeon and Minu together, Minu being the dude that pretty much sabotaged Youngwoo. And it's just kind of ironic how Suyeon was always like on Youngwoo's side, and she was always preventing bad things from happening to her even during law school, and Minu pretty much doing the opposite of that, trying to sabotage her on purpose. And now that they're being shipped together, like, he better have a great arc that kind of makes him a better person, because otherwise we got problems. And I feel like it won't be enough, because Suyeon is like literally an angel, as Youngwoo describes it, 봄날의 햇살, which is, you know, a spring day's ray of sunshine. Yeah, you can't have someone like that with someone so devil-like like Minu. But low-key, I'm kind of shipping it. Even though I just said all that, I'm low-key shipping it. And like, they're kind of cute together, so hopefully he doesn't get worse is kind of like my hope. But yeah, they're cute. I like it. And I feel like it's kind of odd right now, because at this moment in episode 15, because the main lead that's supposed to work together and they're supposed to be all good together is the one that's kind of breaking apart. But then at the same time, Suyeon and Minu are doing great together, so it's a little ironic, but I'm sure we'll get there to the end. And because of Ryungwoo, I've kind of been obsessed with Eunbin, like Park Eunbin, the actress for Attorney Woo, and she's just so pretty. Like, I'm fangirling over her, and because of that, I kind of wanted to start on her K-dramas as well. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know. But so far on my list, on my K-drama list, is Do You Like Brahms and also The King's Affection. I've heard both. Sorry, someone is coming in from the outside. Yes, I've heard both are good, but let's just check my K-drama list. Oh, you can hear people outside. Hopefully it's not too loud. Oh yeah, I also wanted to start Irene's new show, like Red Velvet Irene, because she has a new show and I wanted to watch it, but I don't know where to watch it. So I think it's like Season. That's so unrelated from this, but yes, those are the K-dramas that I want to watch. I always keep it short, because if there's too many on my list, I always get overwhelmed that I don't know which one to watch first. But so far, the order is going to be this one, like today's Webtoon and finishing Young, obviously. But I watch them all in time, like as soon as they're released, I always watch them. But I think the next thing on my list is The King's Affection. My iPad keeps falling. My mom came in. Okay, yeah. So where was I? Oh yes, watching new K-dramas. I'm so not excited for Ryungwoo to end though, because it's really been fun just tuning in every Wednesday and Thursday and watching it. And I don't know, I always have such a bittersweet feeling when a favorite K-drama ends. Low-key, I don't think it's in my top 10, but it's definitely there on my top 20 K-drama, which makes it sound like it's bad, but I already have so many K-dramas I have love for on that list that just cannot compete. Yeah, but I know a lot of people are favoriting this drama too. So if you have any other recommendations for K-dramas, I forgot to add this in, but another K-drama that I was hoping to watch was Big Mouth, the one Yuna's in. I could have literally just typed this up, but I was too lazy, so yeah. Please let me know, because I am dying to watch more K-dramas now that it's not too busy, so hopefully I'll be able to finish them all by summer break, and after that I'll be having another K-drama break, and you'll be having a lot of study with me videos. Low-key, I thought of filming a study with me video in a Korean library, but that was during my exam, and that would be kind of weird if I was filming myself during an exam. So yes, I went to the same Korean library as you guys saw last year, and I thought it would be cool to do another rendition of it, and I was like wearing the same outfit too. I should have done it, but I was like so pressured by the idea of a test. It went well though. I got 96 or 98, I think. I don't really recall. Yeah, that's it. So let me know your recommendations. Let me know if you're watching Ryungwoo or today's Webtoon, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! This has to be the shortest podcast I've ever filmed, but it's okay. I hope you understand. Bye.